like to whip you guys to another DC TV Talk Part 2 where I'm covering Arrow, the Slabside Redemption. Listen, this, for me, personally, had to be the best episode of Arrow since season 5, okay, with the stuff with Chase. Because I thought this episode was excellent. The fact that I guess maybe because it was so contained and only focused on Oliver and Bronze Tiger, maybe would helped it out a lot. But the fact of the matter is, we know Ricardo Diaz was headed to prison. Like, they betrayed Ricardo Diaz for Oliver. Oliver supposed to got out. I was like, everything went that way. But only thing Ricardo got to do, throw some money at a couple people away. He get the murky people. I wonder how much money did he actually pay that guy to pretty much let him get out, because he murdered I think with 3, 4 people in an instant. He had to pay him a pretty good amount of bucks, because it's like, yeah, it is what it is. We know it just show. I don't think it takes a little bit of money for somebody to turn. And so Ricardo Diaz comes in. He's taking over the entire prison, taking down the guard, imprisoning the guards, getting them tortured, releasing all the prisoners, and then had it to where could no signal get out. And if it's like a lot of other different prisons, the prison is isolated where nothing's around it, so it's not like somebody just stopping by for an occasional visit every now and then. He probably knew the schedule of what was to come in, if prisoners were supposed to come in, and stuff like that. Ricardo Diaz is a very smart guy. Either way it go, you have Oliver, who's trying to get to Ricardo Diaz, and alongside of him, he's bringing on Bronze Tiger, which I'm super excited to see him and Bronze Tiger team up, because we know Stanley was actually the guy who framed Bronze Tiger as the murder of that officer. So now, and Oliver knows this, and so he wants nothing to do with Stanley. But Stanley is kind of weird, and so he's doing certain things to still try to get in Oliver's good company, but it's not really working. So you have a entire episode where they're trying to, like, it's like they going through, like, it's like a maze where they have to, or it's like a video game when they have to beat this level and to get to the big boss, which, and then but it works so perfectly. Me personally, I'm a big fan of tracking shots. And so when the tracking shots in the prison, where they was going up the steps, and then you had Bronze Tiger like on like the second floor, and you had Oliver on the third floor, and just following back and forth when they fighting different people. That's probably my favorite part in this episode. And then you have them just taking them down, because both of those are great fighters. It's well known in the comics. Bronze Tiger is one of the top fighters in all of DC Comics. And so you have him along with the Green Arrow. A couple prisoners, not going to be a problem. And they finally get to Ricardo Diaz, and Diaz is really just slaughtering people. He's slaughtering all these officers. He's manipulating these criminals. We get to because the first time we see him do, prisoners on their knees, and Ricardo Diaz comes in and shoots all those officers. A lot of people died. Okay, this gonna become, it should be called the Slabside massacre, because a lot of people got killed. Okay, a lot of just innocent people doing their jobs got killed, and so we have he finally gets to him, and then the craziest part, well before that, Stanley kind of like tranks or neutralizes Oliver, and so like, hey, we can just get out of here, man. Those guys, they deserve it. And you can see that side of him, that he's in jail for a reason. And he also throws hints to, like, hey, this is not his first time killing someone, and so. We have those things. Oliver ends up escaping from him, and then he goes to where Bronze Tiger. Bronze Tiger using scissors. Oliver gets like a bag full of cans, and starts whooping everybody's ass. Him and Bronze Tiger just get to whooping everybody's ass, in order just for Oliver to get to Diaz. Diaz, of course, he set a trap bomb, get everything going. That fight between those two at the end was different from most of the fights you see, because to me it was much more of a brawl than a fight, and that's why I think I liked it more. I liked it a lot because it's like, hey, prison changed them a little bit, and before all of this, I'm kind of jumping. You have a moment between the Green Arrow and Bronze Tiger, where Bronze Tiger told, the old Green Arrow, that guy, that wasn't it, because he saw everything in black and white. This guy, what prisons made you, there's more gray, and you see that now. And I thought like he needed to. Uh, and so you have, like I said, you get to that end, you get to that end fight with Oliver and Diaz, and it's just like a brawl. And we know Diaz is a lot stronger than he was the first time, so he's really putting it on. I'm like, how the fuck is Oliver gonna really get to this point? And then he tells him Oliver about what's going on with Felicity. Like she put a gun up to my head, she's about to pull the trigger. Like, oh, she wouldn't do that. And you're like, yeah, she's not the same one you knew, and that kind of like motivates him to turn up. You know what I'm saying, and fight back, fight harder than he was before. You should never motivate somebody, or I think that's Ricardo Diaz's biggest mistake when you always teasing him with his family. You had him on the run. Don't bring his family in there. And I also like how he fought Diaz into his prison cell because it seemed like, hey, that's a part of me that I'm leaving behind. I'm better than that when I'm leaving better, and that's what I think when it's him throwing Diaz into his cell and closing the cell. Like, that's a part of me I'm leaving behind, and I'm becoming now I'm leaving out here a much better person, because when I was that person, that's what caused me pain. That's what brought pain into my family, my wife, my son. I'm leaving that behind. Now I'm closing the door on that chapter of my life, and I'm moving on to become better. But the only thing it leaves a question, because we see Stanley end up killing Brick at the end. Well, I think he kills Brick at the end. He stabbed him, and he leaves. But my question is, where is the Longbow Hunters now going to be like the big bad at the end, or what? Because it kind of left like a not it kind of left like a void within the show. It's like, who's gonna be the next? Who's up next? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna be the big bad of this show? And that's my only wonder as to who will it be? You know what I'm saying? And who could it be? But I thought, like I said, I thought this was the best episode since like season 5. I really enjoyed the episode. I thought it was a very strong episode. You guys let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Come back more for more DC TV talk with part 3, where I'm covering Legends of Tomorrow. Don't know the name of the episode. Just watched it, which was very good. I'm getting into that in that review, so come back and join me for that. Till then, catch up with you guys later. Peace.